Well, y'all, I'm getting ready to make me some banana nut spice muffins. I was here boiling some eggs, a couple of them just for me a salad in a little bit. Because I harvested all my lettuce off of that one plant, and it made me a whole bowl of lettuce here that I'm going to make me a really good salad with. It looks real good. And that's what my dinner's going to be. But first of all, the recipe calls for 2 to 3 ripe bananas. And these are as ripe as they can get without them being too ripe. Because, you know, I don't like it when the banana itself is all black inside. It's okay for the peeling to be that way, but I don't want the banana to be dark. But this is a good ripe banana for this type of thing. And I always put in an extra banana because I want them to be moist. I don't want it to be dried. We're making muffins, not cake, not a loaf of bread, not a cake, but we're making muffins. And I'm using self-rising flour, so I don't have to use baking powder or salt in my recipe. But I'm going to go ahead and put my egg in there. And see if I can squish up my bananas. Maybe even my sugar. I'm going to let the mixer do the work for me. I want my bananas really good and softened up. And I'm preheating my oven to 350 degrees. I've got muffin tins here. And I'm not going to grease them. I'm going to use little liners. And I never can get them all separated like they're supposed to be. Okay, I think that'll work. Now I'm going to add my milk. I'm going to put 3/4 cup of milk. I've got to get busy and wash my dishes. I'm going to put in 2.5 cups of flour. And like I said, mine is self-rising flour. So I don't have to add the baking soda or any of the other stuff. Oh, I need 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. And in my case, I'm going to add olive oil. I mean, you can use any type of cooking oil you want. 3 tablespoons. I'm going to add a handful of raisins. Or maybe a couple of handfuls of raisins. And broke up. That's probably good on the raisins. You can add what you prefer in there. As many as you'd like, or as few as you'd like. And I've got walnuts here that I've been chopping up. got a couple of big pieces in the top. I think that's good. Now, I gotta hold my thing here because I've got that plastic liner that goes in the bottom that keeps you from hitting the glass. So I don't want to drop that in my mixture here. Now let's see if there's anything else. I think I got everything in there. And now we're going to mix it up a little bit more. You notice I had to move my mixer back over here because it's got a 3-prong plug-in, and I don't have a 3-prong on the other side where I had it stored. So I have to move it over here. And I don't want to over mix it. Like I said, I like to rinse these off a little bit so that mixture doesn't dry on there and then it's so hard to get off. I mean, if you have a dishwasher, it doesn't matter much, but I don't have a dishwasher other than my 2 hands. Let's see. I'm just going to stir this around a little bit. Make sure I get all of this off the top, down in the bottom. Now I'm going to line my little cups, my baking pan with my little paper liners. Aren't they cute? They're little blue ones, blue and white. But like I said, I have a habit of putting 2 liners in a cup, and because they're a little bit thinner than what you think. And you have to be careful or you're going to put 2 or 3 in one little cup. Better check these again because I'm not sure. I think that's good. And I'm not sure how many this will make. It's been a while since I've made this recipe, but it is one of my recipes. So I do have another pan. I just don't know if I'm going to need it. I don't know if I should use that big spoon. I need me a... Oh well. I'll try it. And I fill them about 3/4 of the way up. I ate one of those nuts and I got little pieces of it in my throat, I think. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to overlook my coughing. My allergies. Y'all are blessed if you don't have allergies. I can't walk out in the yard without coughing. Try not to drip it all over the place. Not doing a very good job of it. And I try not to get it all over the pan. But this will make cleanup a lot easier. Using these liners. I may have some of these a little bit full. I don't know. I need to use my other pan. I'm not sure how many of these liners I'll need, but this is where these liners come in good because you don't have to grease your pan to use these liners. And you can keep putting liners in your pan until you run out of dough or batter. And then the grease or the oil or whatever you grease the pan with doesn't burn to your pan. So these little liners are really handy to have. Ever since I started using them, I hate not to use them. I mean, I do not use them a lot, especially if I'm making Mexican cornbread muffins, but I try to have them on hand because they're pretty inexpensive. I think that still may have been 2. No, it was 1. Now, let's see if we can... It's getting hot in here, I tell you. It was hot outside today. And then, you know, baking when it's warm weather is not a good deal. It always heats up your house. And I have not turned my AC on yet. I refuse to turn it on because I get too cold and then I hurt. My arthritis acts up if I get cold. See, I may not have to use all of this pan, but at least I've got the liners, so I can take the liners out if I don't need the whole pan. And I may be putting too much in there, so I don't know. But I'm getting ahead of myself when I start dropping it on my pan. I don't like to do that because then it burns on your pan. I try to be careful and not drop it on the metal part. I want it in my cups where it belongs. And I don't put icing on these. They're a great little muffin to eat as a dessert. I mean, you certainly could put icing on them if you wanted. I prefer not to, because I don't want them that sweet. I want to be able to sit down with a cup of coffee and eat a couple of these muffins for breakfast if I want to. I don't think I'm going to get another one. But you never know. There's quite a bit on this spoon. Now, I'm going to get my spatula now, and I think, get my little one. Well, y'all, my camera run out of memory on me, and I didn't realize it. And my camera stopped, as you saw in the video. But I went ahead and finished scraping out the little bit of batter that was left in the bowl. I put it in that one little muffin tin. It filled it up. So I put both of them in my oven at 350 degrees. And I set my timer for about 55 to 65 minutes, or 60 minutes. Now, it may not take that long, so I'm going to keep watching my muffins, every once in a while to make sure they're not getting too hot, too heated up, because this is an altered recipe for a loaf of bread. Believe it or not, it's an altered recipe for a loaf of bread. And since I'm not making 2 loaves of bread, I'm making muffins. It may not take quite as long for them to cook, but I'll let you know when I take mine out, and I'll bring you back when I do that. But I'm sorry about the memory on my phone. On my camera. I didn't realize it had run out, and my camera just stopped on me. But that's okay. We'll get our muffins finished. Well, y'all, I'm back. I finally got my salad made. I've got lettuce, boiled egg, boiled chicken, bacon bits, bell pepper, onion, about everything I could find to put in there, but I haven't been able to sit down and eat it yet. But I want to check on my muffins because they've been in there about 40 minutes and they're starting to get brown. And I don't want to burn them. I think they're done. Yep, they're done. When you can push down the top of them and they bounce back like that, you know they're done. They're too hot to eat right now. So I'm going to let them sit there and let them cool off. And I'm going to sit over here and eat my salad. But there you go. There is my banana nut raisin muffins. No icing, but they're so rich with the raisins, the nuts, and the banana, you don't need icing on them. Great with a cup of coffee, or just great as a dessert. Great as a snack, whenever you want them. And I'll see you on the next one. Love y'all. Bye now.